All right, Dan Poneman here, IllinoisHSBasketball.com at the Nike Peach Jam in North Augusta, South Carolina. Here with Harrison Barnes. Many people consider Harrison to be the top player in the nation. He's from Iowa, and we're going to ask him a few questions. First off, you're playing with Howard Pulley. Tell me about this tournament now, how you feel you're doing.
Well, I think the Peach Jam is the best tournament of the summer because it gets the top 24 teams in the nation to come out here and compete. So I think that I'm proud of our Howard Pulley team and how we came out here. You know, even though we only went 2-3, I thought we competed every game, and I thought we did the best that we could.
Now, a lot of people, like a lot of the writers from Rivals and Scout, have been saying the problem with their Pulley team is that you're the main scoring option, you don't have a ton of help. How do you deal with like teams double, triple teaming you every time you come out?
I think it's a good experience for me to play on a team like this because it forces me to try to make my teammates better and play, above their best, so we go out there and win games.
Cool. What do you feel so far has been your strongest outing of the tournament?
What'd you say?
What game do you feel has been your strongest game of the tournament so far?
I would just say it was probably the Houston Hoops game. I thought I did a good job of, coming off my injury, just coming out there and playing hard. I was very assertive, very aggressive, and I thought I did what I needed to do to get the win.
Cool. Now, you mentioned you went to some camps this summer. You went to LeBron, Paul Pierce, which other camps?
NBA camp and Pangos All-American camp.
All right, tell me about your experiences at all those camps.
I think they're all very good camps because you obviously get to go against the top players in the nation and play on different teams and learn how to play for your players.
Now, which camp would you say was the best for your overall skill improvement and everything?
I would say definitely the Paul Pierce Skills Academy. It was very selective for your position, about 20 high school players, and it was very interactive and very instructional by the NBA players and Paul Pierce himself.
Now, going to all these camps, you play against other top players in the country. A lot of people consider you to be the top player in the country. Taking you out of the equation, who would you say is the best player in the nation overall?
Not including myself, I would probably say Brandon Knight. I like the way he plays. We actually played against him this weekend. He's a very skilled player, knows how to get his teammates open, knows how to score, and he's just mentally, he's above.
Now, I know you got to deal with answering questions about this a lot, but recruiting. What schools are you talking to? Who's in the lead? What's the scoop?
At this point in time, all my schools are open. I have Carolina, Duke, Oklahoma, Stanford, UCLA, Kentucky, Minnesota, Iowa State, Florida. Those are some of the schools looking at me right now.
Now, talk about like in school, and I know Iowa, where you live, Iowa State Cyclones are real big. Talk about the pressure to, a lot of people wanting you to go to the in-state school, but then schools like Duke and Carolina are after you.
Well, I would say that there was a little bit of pressure when I was younger, maybe my freshman or sophomore year, but I would say now people understand, that people are seeing my talents across the nation, so they want me to do what's best for me.
Yeah, definitely. Now, where do you see yourself as a basketball player 3 years from now?
3 years from now, hopefully I'll, depending on how I develop, I could be in the league, but at the same time I could just be at a college, finishing my degree. I'm planning to get my degree. If anything, in 3 years, I'll be on the fast track. So depending on where my development goes, I might be in the NBA or still in college.
Now, a lot of players have been a recent trend. Actually, not a lot of players, but a recent trend is players skipping their senior year of high school or skipping college to go directly pro in Europe. How do you feel about that trend personally?
Personally, I would never do it just because I would want to, first of all, get my degree here in the U.S., play in front of my family and friends. And when you go overseas, it's a profession. It's immediately a life-changing decision. So I think it's a lot just for basketball, and it's quite a big step.
Now, the NBA has an age minimum that wasn't around a few years ago. How do you feel about the age minimum? And if it wasn't there, would you be considering possibly going straight to the league?
I would say I wouldn't be considering going straight to the league because my body isn't there. I think, if I was NBA ready, like LeBron was in high school, it'd be a little different story. But right now, I'm not really physically ready to go out there and be in the league. And when I enter my name in the draft, I want to be physically ready to be an impact player.
Now, since you've been recruited for a number of years, I'm sure you've seen a lot of different crazy pitches from all kinds of coaches. Anything crazy ever happen? Coaches ever say anything wild to you when they're trying to recruit you?
I would just say the most I've ever been wooed was during the North Carolina Duke game when the Duke fans chanted Harrison Barnes come to Duke. I would say that was,
oh, wow.
When the whole stadium was doing that, I'd say that was I was taken aback by that. So that was probably the most wooing I've had.
Now, who would you say has been the best recruiter that you've seen so far?
Oh, I'd say smooth talking Bill Self. I'd say he's he can really make you feel at home, and he's really good at doing the show.
Yeah, Bill's a real good dude. is the Illinois show. He used to be the coach of Illinois, though. Left us for Kansas, so people might not like it too much. Anyway, so what's on tap for the rest of the summer?
After this tournament, I'll be taking the rest of July off just to rest and work on my individual development. And then in August, I'll be playing in the Nike Global Challenge and the not the Peach Jam, the Elite 24.
Cool. Have you played in a global tournament like that before? Or is this your first time being internationally?
I played last year in it.
Oh, cool. How was that?
It was a good experience just to see not where I am in just the U.S., but to see where all the other kids around the globe are. So it was a good experience.
Now, last question. I've heard around that you are not only a great basketball player, but you're a good student. Is that accurate?
Yes, I'd say I do take a lot of pride in my education, and when I go to college, I'm going to get my major in business administration and finance.
Oh, cool. So tell me what advice you have for young basketball players out there if they want to be like you.
I would just say definitely take a lot of pride in academics because, people need to realize that, in high school and college, basketball is a marriage with school. I mean, if you have a bad game, doesn't mean you can't go to class, but if you're not taking care of your classwork, then you can't play on the court. So, I mean, you always have to be eligible. You always have to, strive for excellence in basketball because you can't play basketball forever.
All right, cool. Now, this is a real last question. Who's going to win the NBA Finals?
Well, who already won the NBA Finals?
Is that
Next year?
I'm saying next year with all these new free agent signings.
I think it's Kobe.
Kobe? Well, you heard it here first. If you get drafted by the Cavaliers, they're probably going to be pissed off at you.
Well, hey, that's fine. That's a different story than if I go to the Cavaliers and the Cavaliers win. If I go to the Thunder and the Thunder are going to the top.
Hey, I like the Thunder. Thunder and Grizzlies are my two favorite young teams in the league. Sam Presti, if you're watching this, I'm calling for your job. I'll be your assistant GM, all right? Well, anyway, Dan Poneman here, Harrison Barnes, IllinoisHSBasketball.com. You heard it here first with Nike Peach Jam. Until next time, we're out.